Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to review the GNU 4, one of Forrest Bailey's pro models for 2020. This board is available in 5 sizes, 153, 156, 159, 162, and 159 wide. This board features Mervin's C3 camber profile, which is Camber 2.0. If you look down the side cut of this board, you would actually see that there's no reverse between the feet. It's flat and then it kinks down towards the contact points. Camber is what this board is. I rode this board at Copper Mountain midday, spring conditions, so there was a mix of clouds, bluebirds, some wind, the snow was kind of lumpy, a little chundery, or you could find spots where the corduroy hadn't been touched yet. And I rode this board with my K2 Thraxis boots and my K2 Indy bindings. It's directional, just like the Flex. Slightly softer nose, progressively stiffening up to the tail with a moderate amount of torsional flex to it. Overall, it's a middle of the road, all mountain, directional flex. Now, this board is actually fairly stable. The only time I really got bucked around in it was frozen death chunder and ruts that had been sitting in the shade, just the stuff that hadn't softened at all. You just hit it and you could just get bucked around. At speeds, there was a little bit of chatter out in the nose, but nothing that really resonated back underfoot. Overall, this board's actually fairly stable. There's pop in this board. You just have to load that camber profile up to get it to rebound and snap. And it takes a little more effort than you would think to do it. As Forrest's riding has progressed, so has his pro models, and this board definitely reflects that. It's not an easy to engage park board. Now when it comes to jumps, I'd say that this board's more at home with bigger stuff than medium or smaller jumps. It's just one of those boards that wants to go fast and send it a little bit harder and a little bit further. High-speed buttering is what you want to do with this board. If you're going slow, you are going to be working twice as hard to get any press out of this board. You need that speed and you need to muscle it. And that translates to how this thing jibs. You're going to work for it to get a nose or tail press. You're going to want to be going a little bit faster when you're sliding a rail or a box. You just want to make sure that you spend a little more time and a little more effort and a little more speed on this board to butter or jib. It's just designed for that high speed riding style. There is a little bit easier sweet spot in the nose to press into than in the tail. You're still going to end up working for it. That camber profile is going to fight you. It's going to give you snap and pop out of any feature or a butter. Tight quick carves or long hard drawn out ones and everything in between. This board is dialed when it comes to carving. It's one of those boards that you can really push into the center of the board, load up that tail and get it to slingshot you out, transition over, repeat it again, or you can just do those big swooping carves from one side of the run back to the other. It's one of those boards that it's really good on edge. It'll plow through most anything in your path and you can really push it to its limit. So who's this board for? Forrest Bailey, obviously, or anyone that's transcending their freestyle riding and taking it more towards the all-mountain or out in the backcountry or just free riding in general. It's one of those boards that kind of just gravitates out of the park and more towards free riding. I won't lie, didn't really like this board. It was just a little too much work for what I wanted out of it. You have to be a little more assertive than I would like. I think that it definitely will work for certain types of riders that want to be a little more aggressive, that really want to dial it in and push it to that next limit as they transcend from being a park rider into being an all-mountain rider. But for me, I'm lazy. I won't deny it. It was just a little more work than I wanted. Comparable boards. The Niche Aether, the Ride Super Pig, the Jones Mountain Twin. This has been my review of the GNU 4. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this board. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos or content we've got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you'd really like to support us, you really want to see us grow out what we're doing here with our YouTube channel, as well as our other options like our podcasts and stuff, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. It's the best way to support us. I could tell you more about it here, but I've got a video over there for you. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.